We're going to take a look at some sample resumes just to get an idea of some of the style, organization, and design options that are available to you. It's very important that you keep in mind that there is no set in stone way to create a resume. You need to design your resume in a way that is going to best emphasize the relevant skills, knowledge, and experience that you bring to the table. These are some excellent examples of resumes that have been created to emphasize the relevant skills, knowledge, and experience of each individual resume writer in relation to the specific position that these resumes were prepared for. I found these resume samples on monster.com, and you should be aware that there are a plethora of resume samples and templates that you can look at online. Just be aware that you should design your own resume from scratch to make sure that it best matches your exact qualifications. The first resume we're going to take a look at has been prepared for an entry-level aerospace engineering position. Right away, we'll notice that the name of the applicant is in big, bold letters right at the top, and his contact information is below that. You'll notice that the name really pops out. This is important because you want to emphasize your name, yourself, as what you are trying to sell in this resume. Below that, this applicant has decided to begin with an objective statement. He's providing some basic information about who he is, what his most relevant skills and experiences are, and what the exact entry-level position that he's hoping to enter into is. Because this applicant has highly relevant educational experience and he's a recent or soon-to-be graduate, he has begun his resume with his education section. You'll notice that in addition to providing the information of what the degree is, the school, his GPA, because he has a very high GPA, and when he is expected to graduate with his degree, he is also providing some of the relevant coursework that he's completed that is going to help him in this particular position that he's applying for. Next, he's provided us with his work experience. And you'll notice that he's laying it out in a very easy to read manner. He's got a bold heading for the job title, followed by the dates of employment. He follows that with some overall information about the job and then a bulleted list that begins with active verbs: increased, served, prepared. He finishes his resume with a list of computer skills. And I want you to notice that these are specific computer proficiencies. He is not saying proficient in a number of programs. He's not saying highly developed computer skills. He's saying AutoCAD, MathCAD, C++, Python, etc. He's telling us the exact computer skills that he has so that the prospective employer knows exactly what he does know how to use. Next, we're going to look at a resume that's been prepared for an entry-level mechanical engineering position. Again, we have the applicant's name in large, bold text at the top of the page, followed by the applicant's contact information. You'll notice that she designed her contact information a little different from the previous applicant. She is providing a career objective, but instead of a full paragraph summary like we saw in the previous resume, she's then giving a concise, specific list of the key skills and knowledge areas that are relevant to the position she's applying for. She is then providing her education section, but you'll notice that her education section is designed a little different than the one we looked at prior to this. She is still providing much of the basic information, the exact title of the degree that she's earning, her GPA because her GPA is high, her date of graduation. She's also giving us a list of relevant courses that she has completed. And then you'll notice that she has also provided a bulleted list of information about her senior design project because it's relevant to the job that she's applying for. Below that, she's providing her technical skills. And she's done that because she's decided that her technical skills are more relevant to this exact position than her work experience. She's organizing her resume, providing the most relevant information at the top, and then working backwards. She is then providing us with her work experience. She's designed her work experience different from the previous one. She gives us the name of the job. She gives us the company information. And then she provides a bulleted list beginning with active verbs: earned, handled, demonstrated. The final resume we're going to look at has been tailored to apply for a medical laboratory technician position. Once again, we see that the name of the applicant appears in big, bold letters at the top of the resume. She has also included her job title, MLT, Medical Laboratory Technician, and then she provides her contact information. Below that, she is providing us with the exact position that she would like to apply for, Medical Laboratory Technician, followed by some basic information about herself. You'll notice that these are concise sentence fragments focused around active verbs. She follows that with her relevant skills and then goes into her work history. She has extensive work history in this field, and so she provides her work history before her education. She ends with her education and relevant certifications. So that should give you a good idea of some of the ways that you can lay out, design, and organize a resume. You'll see that some of these resume creators did very different things, but there are certain things that are consistent from one resume to the next. The name is always large and bold. The address and other contact information always follows the name. The resume is always organized to emphasize the most relevant, important information. The resumes are laid out using bulleted lists, text boxes, headings, colors, and other elements to emphasize the information and to help guide the reader through the document. When designing your resume, keep in mind that the reader will be skimming. You want to do whatever you can to make sure that he or she notices the most significant details about yourself that are going to set you apart from the other applicants.